Hi and welcome back. So let's continue where we left off and install the pickups. It's a very simple thing to do. You just put it in the cavity and then you screw in the screws that holds the pickup in place. There isn't very much more to say about that. Obviously make sure the screws go in straight and make sure the pickup goes in where it's supposed to be. And make sure the wires go to the controls. There isn't very much more. And also, of course, make sure the pickups are facing the right way. On a guitar like this, they are tilted away from the bridge, which you can see if you look at the pickup rings that are surrounding pickups, which in this case is the piece of black plastic. And also drop the drill. Very important step if you're clumsy like me. And now there is time for wiring. This is a wire cutter that you use to strip the wires so that you reveal the copper that is inside of the wires, basically just cutting the plastic around them. And then you need to separate the two wires that are inside of the wire. Yes, it gets kind of confusing maybe, but there are basically two wires inside, one that is for the lead and one that is for the ground. And usually ground is either bare wire or black. In this case it's bare. And you basically have to just connect the wires. There isn't a lot for me to go in on here because everything was already connected in the guitar from the previous owner, and I'm basically just connecting everything back the way it was. So I'm just taking the wires and connect them again. It's not a very hard thing to do. You just put some solder on them, and then once the solder is cool, the wires are connected. Now you have to make sure that the lead wires and the ground wires don't touch each other, because if they do, the whole thing will short circuit itself. So I just twist them around and I basically put them back together. I'll make a more in-depth video going through how to do this at some point when I do a wiring video, because I feel like no one on YouTube is really talking about how to do that in a guitar. Like maybe they tell you how to do a pickup change, but they never really talk about the entire thing. And it's so easy, and it's definitely not a complex thing to do. So yeah, you can do this really easy, and you can find diagrams online that shows what you have to do, and you just basically follow them, and you just make sure that you make the lead wires one color and you make all the ground wires another color, and usually it's a question of black when it comes to ground, and then red or white or possibly yellow. That's the most basic thing when it comes to guitar, at least. Then there are obviously more difficult things like adding an XY pad or batteries or pickup switches that let you split the coils or stuff like that in humbuckers. again. Basically, all I do is I strip the wires, I twist them together, and then I put solder on them. And that's it. Making sure that the lead wires and the ground wires don't touch each other. And that's it. Now I'm connecting all the wires to the switch. And it's a regular Les Paul type kind of freeway switch, so there's nothing special or weird going on. I'm making a very simple guitar, just 2 volumes, 1 for each pickup, 2 tones, 1 for each pickup, and a selector switch that lets you go in between the sounds. And once I'm done with the electronics, I'm putting the control plate on the back side of the guitar on. I'm drilling some holes for screws, and then I'm screwing in the screws. Yeah, obviously. Not a lot of points in drilling holes in a guitar and then not putting screws in them. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. And I'm using the same screws as the guitar came with. It's regular screws you use for scratch plates and control plates and the alike. So there's nothing weird or anything like that. And then I'm screwing on the tailpiece and the bridge. Very self-explanatory. You just screw them in and you adjust the height later by loosening the screws. Once you go to do the setup, where you decide what kind of height you want on the strings. Put it into place, it fits snugly, and then I put the bridge on. And then I removed the hook that I used to hang the guitar when I painted it. And then I put in the strap lock button on the end of the guitar. And then I use my drill to drill it into the guitar and making sure it's where it's supposed to be. And then I obviously put strings on the guitar afterwards, but basically this is the end of the guitar. It's done, it's finished, and yeah. And thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed watching me build this guitar. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.